Hi, welcome to Dave Takes It On. I'm Dave. From reading the comments, I get a very good idea of what's popular, what you like, so that steers the direction of my videos. From those many comments and things that people I know have said to me face to face, there's still an awful lot of resistance and caution and ignorance for those people who are thinking of buying their first EV. Most have already been heavily influenced by the rubbish that's published in the media and other clickbait YouTube channels. You know the ones. Many people suggest how I might get through to them, and some of those comments, well, I couldn't even consider. So just telling people that EVs are good is not enough to break through their mistaken beliefs. Now, the GridServe hub in Braintree, Essex really opened my eyes when I visited there last Wednesday and spoke to their head of EV experience, Alex Roberts. That education is one of their primary aims, and I was surprised to learn that more visitors there are driving ICE than EVs. Well, seems don't preach to the converted. But it has inspired me to see if my channel can help. Many of my friends and family are close to looking at EVs, and just a few have already taken the plunge. And a common theme is that they don't know what they need to know, and they don't know who to believe. Well, they believe me, obviously. So I am researching a new video, and this is where I need your help. New EV car road tests like CarWow, they're a bit too they're a lot sensational for many of them. And seeing the 0 to 60 times in a head-to-head race on a track or running them until the battery switches off does not answer the questions that they have. I believe we might achieve that with a video series where I meet and interview existing EV owners. And they show me their car and tell me their personal experiences, why they chose an EV, why this model, how they use it, how they found it, what's good, what's bad, and would they buy another one? If so, would it be the same model? And if not, why not? Well, a real-life review from real-life EV owners, not boy racers, not sensational. So I'm looking to arrange a few meetings with my viewers and begin filming very soon. That's where you come in. Now, I know some of you have not yet bought your first EV. You do comment on my channel, and that is absolutely fine. But many of you have owned one for some time, some far longer than me. So this is a request for any of you who would like to be interviewed and filmed and show off their cars while helping to educate the doubters. Please get in touch with me, let me know. Now, I don't need specifics yet. Don't send me your addresses or phone numbers. All I need at this moment is just an email address and some brief details. Where you drive, where in the country you are, by your northwest, southeast, Midlands. Well, initially, to keep costs down and speed up production, this will be very local to the Preston area where I live. Much shorter travelling distances mean I can see more people, so here's my direct request to you. If you live or work or within a sensible distance from Preston, say 50 miles or so, and if you're willing to be filmed and talk about your EV, please get in touch. As I said, I prefer that by an email, davetakesiton@gmail.com, so I have a written record of those who might reply. It makes it easier to return that reply. And also please give me an idea of your availability. Evenings only, maybe only at weekends, free all day, whatever your situation is. Well, from this, I propose to select just a few cars and owners and make a few videos to test the idea and see the practicality of doing it and also the response we get. So at this point, over to you. Now, obviously, this initially cuts out those who live much further afield, but all is not lost. I do film further afield. For those not near Preston, please don't think I'm ignoring you. This first request is for me to meet up with some of my viewers locally and learn about the EVs they drive so that we can help those thinking of buying their first EV. However, many of you have left me so many comments saying they recognise the charger I'm filming at and asked me if I'm ever back in the area, please let them know so that we can meet up and grab a coffee. I'm absolutely fine with that. I love meeting people out on my filming expeditions, but my admin system was pretty poor in the early days. No, it still is. I would need to trawl through hundreds of comments to find you again, and then I have no way of knowing if you monitor the comment section to see if you notice any comment I might make in reply to you, asking for your help. So for all those who would like to meet up, I'm proposing to advertise in advance at least one filming session where it will be in the country and when it will be. Probably not just one location. I usually film 3 or 4 locations in one area in a single day. The idea is let me know where you are, not addresses, just the town or city or area. And when I know there are a reasonable number of you who are nearby and interested, and I have 1 or more charges that I have down for filming anyway, then I will select those locations and notify you of the time and date. Again, this is probably best by email address, and that's down below as I've said. Now, I've no idea if anyone actually would turn up or how many of you would if we arranged it, but the location will be a charger or hub with services where Jonas and I can film anyway. If nobody turns up, we just film. If anybody does turn up, we can film anyhow and have a chat, maybe a short interview, maybe grab a coffee and a donut. You can tell me about your car, or we can film you charging, whatever you drive at whatever charger network we're at. It is a bit of an experiment, so let's try it and let's see how it goes. Let me know where you are in the country. Well, my mission last Wednesday at Braintree was to charge at the Tesla Supercharger there and get some film, but also to research salary sacrifice lease deals. Well, these seem to be very much the future. The monthly cost and tax advantage just shows why private sales are declining, but fleet and commercial sales are booming. I've got a video coming out on this on Sunday, I believe. I intend to return at a later date to GridServe to interview on camera this and other topics. If I can get the interviews arranged, it's an opportunity for my viewers to send me their questions for GridServe in advance, and I'll put them to whoever I get to meet. So, comments, questions, ideas, complaints, let me know. I'm happy to receive your comments. But again, it might be easier if you drop me a quick email rather than just leave it in the comments. Makes it so much easier for me to get back in touch. Once again, davetakesiton@gmail.com. Well, talking of Jonas, I found it's getting rather busy on the comments section. I really struggle sometimes to read them all and make the videos. Thank you to all of you who've told me to be careful and not burn myself out trying to keep up with 1 video a day. Well, as you know, I am semi-retired. I finally get bored doing nothing. I'm not one to sit around, so I find the videos amazingly therapeutic. Plus, I'm also always learning, which I also enjoy. Plus, it gets me out of the house, which my wife quite enjoys. Well, sometimes. Plus, it gets me a bit of exercise. As I launch more, I find I'm getting faster at making them, so it's almost becoming easier the more I launch. I rarely find myself without having something to say that you might find interesting or challenging or educational. And the equipment we now use has improved, which also makes life easier. So Jonas is beginning to help me much more, taking some of that load. He reads far more comments than I do these days, and he flags up those that I should reply directly to and reply. As a youngster, he also spends more time online than I ever could, so he keeps me up to date with news items for my Friday night news sessions that I might miss otherwise. Plus, he's also had a hand in the making of the videos and recently added his own, much younger approach to the video editing, and that did not go down so well. Guess many of you are a bit certain age like me, stuck in their ways. Anyway, we both learned from those comments and we hope the video's back to what you prefer. For future videos, I will be covering, of course, a huge number of installations I see everywhere I travel. And heading towards the top of the list now is Scotland. I completed a really great road trip there a few years back, way before the channel started, and found few problems. A return trip there with cameras is now on the cards. In the meantime, right near me there's a new Tesla Supercharger with 15 V4s that should open before Christmas, and opposite the local EG petrol station that my wife uses, they've just installed 2 300 kilowatt shared bay EV point chargers in the Starbucks car park. As you know, EV Point offers below average prices, so this could prove to be popular. I missed the actual installation, but the covers are still on, so I'm hoping to get back to film the moment they are. Also, I'm researching a commonly asked question, insuring an EV. Does it really cost £6,000, as a viewer asked in the comments section very recently? Well, mine certainly doesn't cost anywhere near that. In fact, it's very little more than my previous Citroen C4 Grand Picasso diesel, insured for business purposes. Well, that surprised me, as yes, it's a performance car and I expected to pay a lot more. I don't know if others are actually suffering from horrendous prices or whether the prices are roughly in line with an equivalent ICE car. Like me, it could be that many people come from a relatively low group car straight into a Tesla Model 3 performance or a MG4 performance, and they see a huge leap in the premiums. Be interesting to see that comparison. But your comments on this would be most welcome. Well, my latest BP video seems to have triggered a reaction, and it is an issue that I received so many comments on. Seems to me there's a bit of a last fling battle going on at the moment between the sensible players, Tesla, GridServe, EV Point, Fastned, who are doing their best to try to keep prices competitive, somewhere in the 40 to 70 pence range, to encourage EV ownership, while the oil giants BP, Shell and others financed by the oil giants, Apple Green and MFG, and those who seem to be just out for a quick profit, Instavolt, they're still hiking their prices well into the 79 to 85p range and adding those transaction fees. Well, I'm in touch with a couple of these networks and also hope to raise this when I get back to do the interviews at GridServe at Braintree. Surely people will see that these are unsustainable prices. I am keen to see what happens when the revenue they project simply does not happen. And if a network has attracted financial backing from investors, what will they do when the returns do not return? Well, thanks for watching. Hope to hear from some of you very soon. I'm Dave.